Hi, Sagittarius. So the first card that we got coming out here is the Nine of Wands. Okay, you're tired. It's a lot of energy, a lot of effort being put into something. It's coming to fruition. You're almost there, right at the finish line even. Got the High Priestess. The Knight of Cups. The Ace of Pentacles. I hear keep going. The seeds are planted, it's growing, the roots are established. It's about to break soil, whatever it is. Keep following your dreams, okay? Keep following your heart. There's a sense of maybe feeling a bit stuck, like you're in a stalemate. Right under the High Priestess, this is an invitation to go deep into yourself, deep into your intuitive knowing, okay? Connecting to the heart, connecting to your spirit, your inner knowing, okay? There's been a lot of work behind the scenes. And I say behind the scenes because it's like, I feel like there's something that is about to break the soil. Like you're gonna see growth in regards to something that you've worked on, but it's like there's been a lot of work to even get to this point, right? Like it feels like a breakthrough. It feels like the beginning of something, right? Like it's about to break through, but it had to be planted first. But even before that, like even before the seed was planted, there had to be like tending to the soil, right? Tending to the soil, planting the seed. And there's been a lot that's been happening beneath the soil level, right? The seed starts to get roots and starts to establish itself, and then the plant starts to go towards the sun, okay? So there's been something here that you've been intuitively led to do. It connects deeply to the heart. It connects deeply to your desires, your dreams, and you've gone for it. And you have trusted yourself, and I encourage you to keep trusting yourself. That saying, it gets darkest before the dawn, is that how it goes? But that's how it came through. It gets darkest before the dawn. So keep trusting yourself, okay? Like this is about to break soil. Like it really is. Like you are getting to the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one with the Nine of Wands here. Your effort is not for nothing, okay? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And deep down, I know that you know this. If you're resonating with this message with the High Priestess here and the Knight of Cups, like there's this knowing. There's just this knowing, okay? And this energy here can be kind of confusing and kind of create like second guessing thoughts, feeling stuck, feeling stagnant, feeling unsure. Can't see, like literally this crow is blindfolded, right? Like can't see with your own eyes, but it's not to see with your own eyes yet. It's to still see with your inner sight, your inner knowing. And as you continue to follow that intuitive guidance, right? Then the seed will, it's germinating, it's germinated. it's rooted, and it is literally about to break the soil, and there's so much growth potential to whatever it is that you have planted and that you are growing, okay? There's so much, oh, abundance, prosperity. We got the Three of Cups. There's this, I just saw like glasses like cheersing, okay? There's so much to celebrate, and I feel like as this breaks ground, this comes to fruition more and more, like, again, it's all of the work that you've done is beneath the soil level at this point, okay? But it's about to break soil and bring you into a next level of cultivation. And sorry, this hair is driving me crazy. There's a lot of celebration with those that you love, and I feel like it's also helping you connect more to people on your wavelength, to connect to people that resonate with you, that, you know, kind of vibrate on a similar frequency as you. There's a lot of like building of community here, cultivating community, the Hierophant. So there's this sense of divine guidance, being intuitively led, being divinely guided, and really heeding that call, following your heart, really going for it, like you're just going for it. There's a sense of being very heart-centered, very heart-led, like loving to yourself, loving to others, loving to the earth, like doing things that nourish you as well as others, doing things that are, you know, that link to your authenticity, that but also bring you into a greater sense of community. There's a lot of connection here. Connection to self, connection to others, connection to spirit. And I just feel like I'm kind of catching whoever you are, whoever's resonating with this, at a point where there's almost like a little second guess, like, oh, this is just, like, where is this going? Like, I can't see the results yet. But again, all of it is underneath the soil, and the plant does a lot underneath the soil before it even breaks ground, right? It has to create that good, strong foundation. It has to root. So all of this effort that you've put into creating a solid foundation is giving you good, strong legs to stand on in regards to reaching new levels of what this is, because it's coming in. It's happening this month. And like the community involvement, the celebration with loved ones, the connection, the love, the support, it's a month of just a lot of love. And of course beyond, right? Energy works in its own cool way. But yeah, so what's up with this Two of Swords here? That's way too many, but I've got the Four of Pentacles. So again, this foundation, you've been building a foundation, and that oftentimes is like, when it comes to a plant, right, it's underneath the soil, so you can't always see it, but you gotta, you know, keep returning back to that inner knowing, that inner guidance, that intuitive energy, and trusting your intuition. I just heard rebuilding too, so there could be this energy of like rebuilding something, connecting with others, and really putting each of your individual efforts into rebuilding something, or building something. There's this kind of community involvement and like a group energy. So I feel too that you're connecting with community, that connecting to community that you have already been a part of, and then it expanding, and as well as like some calling in new community, if that makes sense. But keep trusting yourself. That's the biggest message. Keep trusting yourself and what it is that you've been called to do. King of Wands. Yeah, what it is that you've been called to do. Trust yourself. Trust in your action. Feel confident in yourself, in the direction that you've decided to go with things. Okay, and trust, have faith, because literally I feel like there's just this brink, okay? It's right on the brink, dragon sword, protecting the future, like of breaking the soil. So you're thinking about, again, not only nourishing yourself, but others. There's limitless possibility, okay? Nourishing yourself and nourishing others, but you're thinking of generations ahead. You're thinking of future generations. You're thinking of doing the things that you're doing now, and the way that you do them are very considerate to creating a better world for our younger generations, our generations to come, and our planet as a whole. Okay, very interesting. So the things that you have been cultivating, the things that you've been doing individually and collectively, the way that you've been connecting to others and working with others to build whatever it is and cultivate whatever it is that you're cultivating, is not only, again, like something that feeds your heart and soul, but it is setting up the generations to come, and it's making the world a better place. Wow. So I feel like the biggest job here right now is to just remind you, okay, like what you're doing is meaningful, what you're doing is growing, it is expanding. It's just at this stage of it being beneath the soil still. It's just about to break. It's just about to sprout. But all of the effort has been in creating fertile soil, tilling the soil, creating a good environment to plant the seed, planting the seed, tending to the seed, tending to the soil, and waiting, honestly, and trusting, knowing that it is rooting and germinating, rooting, and will break the soil. So keep the faith, Sagittarius, keep the faith. Tidy house, clarity, and organization. This has been coming out a lot for the September readings. I feel like the energy is really asking us to create space internally and externally for the expansion that we're all going to experience. All of these planets, you know, like some of them are going retrograde, some of them are going direct. There's been a lot of retrograde planets throughout this whole month, well, whole year really so far. It's been really interesting energy. So that's asking us to kind of revisit things, bring things up for review. And so there's this kind of review process, integrating the wisdom necessary, letting the rest go, and creating more room for this expansion. So yes, this card talks about internal and external tidying. So that could be a good way to prepare for what it is that is about to break the soil, to have room for it to grow, because with the Ace of Pentacles here, it has so much growth potential. It is going to not only sprout, but continue to grow into a good, solid oak tree. Okay, look at this, right? This tree. So September, prepare internally and externally for the expansion that you are experiencing, so you have the room for it to grow. let go of anything that doesn't serve you anymore, and also kind of tidy up your space, rearrange your space, go through your things, and, you know, give away or take things to the thrift store, or you know, anything that you don't wear anymore, don't use anymore, anything like that. Okay, it could also be helpful to like busying your hands, because there's a sense of like almost holding the breath with this Two of Swords here, like, and really being like, am I like really being in the mind? So if you catch yourself being in the mind, like, find ways to kind of channel your energy into a physical endeavor and tap into your intuition, tap into your heart, and trust yourself. Okay, keep the faith in regards to the work that you've done, the direction you've chosen to go with something. Just watch the magic happen. Like, really, honestly, watch the magic happen. I know this is a very uncomfortable place to be when it's just like that kind of moment, the brink before the breakthrough. And remember, it gets darkest before the dawn. So right at the brink of a breakthrough, all of these old thoughts or all of these outdated things or fears or worries can come up, and that can be an invitation to really, I just saw like sweeping out an open door to, like, you know, sweep out the cobwebs and kind of let go of anything residual that you need to let go of. Okay, okay, and then there's one that turned over too. Okay, here it is. Dearest you, let us ask you, are you looking for happiness outside of your everyday, moment-to-moment experience, thinking you will find happiness out there someday? So many go chasing a magic it out there, but it could never be found there. So we want to share a secret that shouldn't be a secret. You are pure joy. What you made you is pure joy, and every time you wake up and even when you sleep, you have joy waiting to be expressed inside you. Joy and happiness and fullness come from doing joy, being joy, knowing it, cultivating it, and lighting it in your heart so you can share it. You must know this so that when the time comes, you will be fully free, and your joyful being and actions will turn you into a beacon of starlight. Look within and be joyful, even for tears and loss, for they mean you have lived, really lived. Jump into it all and love every minute. We love you like crazy over here. Yeah. There's so much joy and love here, and I do sense you cultivating it, creating it, connecting with it in an individual sense and a community sense. I just saw like the Who's singing their Whoville song at the end of The Grinch, all connecting and all sharing love and all remembering that, you know, Christmas is really about love and connection. There's a sense of that. That's really interesting. So we'll just leave it at that. Dearest wonderful you, to help you manifest a life for the highest good, we invite you to examine your deepest desires. Imagine all your desires, no matter what kind, like magic seed pods in a basket, glowing with infinite potential. Look closely at each one. Are you afraid that some may bring you too much attention and invite negative reactions from others? Is change too daunting? Are you afraid to stretch and grow? Let yourself be led forward and let the seeds of positive intention take to the wind. Your desires count and you are worthy of them. They are essential for co-creating your world. Did you ever consider that when a desire comes from deep within you, it might be spirit moving you to create something beautiful to share with others? Some desires are infused with miraculous powers to move the heart and influence the world in ways you can't possibly know. We know you and love you so deeply and are so happy to support you.